Hi, this is Dr. Debra Jaliman, author of Skin Rules, Trade Secrets from a Top New York Dermatologist, talking about fillers. In my practice, I use fillers all day long. You have to use the appropriate filler for the appropriate person. And what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a very fine line, then you have to use a fine line filler. Oftentimes I'll use something like Prevelle. Perlane is very fine and is good for fine lines around the eyes and the upper lip. Sometimes, even when I'm using fine line filler on the upper lip, I throw in a little bit of Botox because that relaxes the muscles on the upper lip. So sometimes we combine treatment modalities. Let's say somebody has a very deep nasolabial folds. Then I might use Perlane because Perlane is a very robust hyaluronic acid filler that lasts a very long time. It may last up to a year. The other filler that's very good for deep lines is Radiesse, which is not a hyaluronic acid filler. Radiesse is made of calcium, so it can last up to a year as well. So when you're picking fillers, you need to know the thickness of the filler and the deepness of the line. If you go to the wrong injector, they might use too thick a filler and too fine a line. Then what happens? You're going to end up with bumps, and that's a big problem. If you have hyaluronic acid fillers and somebody makes a mistake, you can have the bumps dissolved, and those bumps are dissolved with an enzyme called Hyaluronidase. And I do that all day long, not with my own filler, as you can imagine, but people come to me from all over the country with mistakes that other people made. So it's very important when you're picking an injector to pick somebody who has a lot of experience. I've been injecting filler for 25 years now, so I know all the different fillers. For example, let's say you're losing volume in your face. You may want to put filler here to give your apple cheeks. That's very important to create youth in the face. Many times people are looking to be as slim as they can be, and they don't eat that much. And when that happens, their face gets very thin. When your face gets thin, it makes you look older. So sometimes I have to create volume in the face. One way I can do that is by enhancing cheekbones and adding filler to the cheekbones. I can do that by using Perlane or using the thicker form of Juvederm. That's a very good way of adding filler to the face. And sometimes people will come to me twice a year to enhance their cheekbones. That's one way they can stay as slim as they want, but still add volume to the face. Another way to add volume to the face is without fillers, using something called Sculptra. It's not a filler, but it is a face enhancer. It actually enhances the volume of the face by stimulating your body to create its own collagen. The way we do that is we inject the Sculptra once a month, 3 months in a row, and that increases the volume in the face. So as you can see, we have many tricks to enhance the volume of your face. We also increase the volume in the lips. My two favorites are using Juvederm or Prevelle. The reason I would use Prevelle is they call it today for tonight filler. What does that mean? Prevelle rarely bruises. So if somebody wants to go out the same night we do their filler, we use Prevelle. Another trick is if you're going to have filler, make certain that the week before the filler you don't have any vitamin E or any alcohol, aspirin, or any fish oil. Those are all the things that stimulate bleeding. Another trick is to take arnica the day you arrive at the dermatologist's office. Arnica will also prevent swelling and bruising. Those are some of my favorite tricks. The other thing is that we immediately put pressure on the area after we inject the filler. I always have 2 assistants with me when I'm injecting filler to press on both sides. Another trick we use is we massage the filler right after injecting it, so there are no unnecessary lumps or bumps in the face. We then ice down the face immediately. Many people having filler in our office have no bruising, no swelling, and you can't even tell they had the procedure. Many of my famous patients tell me that they go see their makeup artist right after the procedure and they don't even know they had the procedure. This is Dr. Debra Jaliman, author of Skin Rules, Trade Secrets from a Top New York Dermatologist, talking about facial fillers and facial stimulants. Thank you.